Welcome to the popularity poll results 2024 because they were counted so fast. Who won this year? I don't know. I don't know anything. Maybe you know and you're watching this anyway and you're thinking, wow, how does this guy not know? Well, because how would I know? I didn't look at it. I'm looking at it for the first time right now, live and stream, caught in 4K, or more like 480p. I don't know. But we'll be starting down from below. Once again, Karaska put something together here so I can view this in order, but I'm going from the bottom and I can reveal each tab as I click it. So we're gonna start with all the way down on the bottom. Zashiki Watashi, not Mioi, the regular Zashiki Watashis, got 5 points. 5 people voted. There's 1 comment. I'm interested in the comment, but I'm not gonna go looking for them. Alright. So chat, who do you think's going to be the lowest Windows character this year? Now, obviously, if you've seen the results, then keep your mouth shut. But, you know, think for yourself. Don't post it in chat. Don't post it in chat. Think for yourself who the lowest Windows character will be. But we're gonna keep going up the list. We got the Salt Merchant. You got 1 more vote than Shiwashi. And Enra, I don't even know who that is. Tanuki, just the regular Tanuki, who actually, they've had a couple appearances in Lotus Eaters. 3-way tie between Bishamoten, unnamed Dormouse, and unnamed Snake Yokai. Okay. Iwakasa the Hermit, alright. Shiro Sendai. I don't know who Shiro Sendai is. Moon Capital Gate Guards. What are these submissions and why are they allowed? And Enra is the Smoke Yokai. Oh, the Fireball dude? Okay. Who the fuck is Shiro Sendai? The only Sendai I know is not a real character. Cool. I know what the unnamed snake is. The unnamed snake is the Dine and Dasher that Mamizo blew smoke into its face. An Uwabami. An Uwabami. There's actually 2 Uwabamis in the series. There's the one that Mamizo blows smoke into, and there's the one that was part of the crab fiasco on Lotus Eaters. Kozuzu's parents, you know, the characters we've never seen. I want to believe they got votes only because they raised Kozuzu, so people gave them a vote for like that. And the Sake Bug, which got number 1 vote. Okay. Geronte's owner. By the way, chat, as you can see, the votes, these characters were higher up, and then they fluctuate. But as you can see down here, like, you can drop 5 placings by a difference of 2 votes, so it's not that big of a deal. Urban Legends, Kutsusura, I don't know who that is. Konohara Sakuya. Why do we humor these things, chat? why do people vote for these? I don't understand. You have so many other characters you can vote for, and you're thinking to yourself, man, that Konohana Sakuya Hime? I love that character. But do you know anything about her? Yeah, man, I play Persona 4. Oh, Luigi! Okay. Laika, the robot dog that is in possession of Renosuke. Ghosts, including Vengeful Spirits, Divine Spirits, and Bake, and Mizue no Uano Shimako. Who? Kesaran Pesaran. No idea who that is. Manzai Raku. I don't even know who these characters are, chat. I don't know, like, who these characters are. Myoren. That's Hijidi's brother. Or Byakuren's brother, I guess, because they're both Hijidi. I call Byakuren, but her last name is Hijidi, so sometimes people call her Hijidi. It's confusing. It's actually kind of annoying. Turn that down a little bit. Alright. Myoren Unsho. No idea who that is. Miscellaneous human villagers from Bohemian Archive, Japanese Red, Minister Science, Mysticism, Province Broly, etc. These guys dropped. Oh, they're dropping. Summoned gods, like Amaterasu, Izunome, so stuff that what's-her-face pulled out. A Hobgoblin, 32 Hobgoblin fans. Elo Spirit and Wolf Spirit tying. They tie for 190th place. Now, chat, Otter Spirit has more votes. Dragons. You know why? Because an Otter Spirit appeared in Lotus Eaters as part of a chapter. And it was like a real-ass otter, but it was still an Otter Spirit. it ran away from the animal realm because it was like, wait, Gensokyo's great and the animal realm was ass. So now it's under the Kappa protection. There you go. Kasen's animals, all of them. Tengu, just you know, just the Tengu. Kappa, just the Kappa. Kitsune, just the Kitsune. Kikuri. Oh, we're first real character. Whoa, all right. 184th place. Kikuri, the big bronze disc herself. She's here. 49 votes. The Moon Lady. But that's not our first Windows character. Regular rabbits have more votes than Kikuri. PC98 unnamed mid bosses all grouped together. Okay. Sarah. Oof. Dude, what happened here? I actually don't understand what causes this. Like, 2 years ago, 181. Next year, 170. Next year, back to 181. It's like, stuff like this is exactly why the popularity poll is so, like, it's not a contest, chat. It's not a fucking contest, but people treat it like a contest. But this right here is, I consider this extremely disrespectful to the character in question. Motherfuckers saw 181 on Sarah, and next year they were like, oh man, I feel bad for Sarah, let's give her some pity votes. And they bumped her up 11 places. And then next year, they don't care about her anymore. They didn't like her. They didn't like her anymore. Like, what's up with that? You're not a fan of that character. You threw her a change, walked away, and you pretended you never saw her to begin with. You're not voting for a character you like in this situation. No, streamer, I liked Sarah and then I liked other characters more. Sure, that's possible, but we all know that that's not the case with these fucking characters. You stopped voting for Moko. What's with that, streamer? First of all, Moko is a top 10 character in these popularity polls, and second of all, I liked her a lot, and then I experienced more of the series, and I liked more characters more, which pushed her out. That's what happened. But you really think that all these Sarah fans randomly appeared in 2023 and then just disappeared this year? You think that's what happened? That's not what happened. What happened was they felt bad, they gave her some votes, and then nothing changes the next year because all those votes disappear. It's just disrespectful. Geronte regulars. Whatever, man. Namemon. Kozuzu's stuffed slug. 60 votes. 60 votes. Tupai and Tsuchinoko tied. Chong, huh? This character appeared as a silhouette. Mimi-chan, the missile. Crows and Orange are tied. Great. Orange, up, down, up. Okay. Thermonuclear deity Hisotensoku, the giant robot. Fairies, just fairies. Singyoku. Luis, who's the first character who's gonna get 100 votes, chat? I'm curious. Rikako. Oh, wow. That's pretty low for her. 96, though. Alright. This is gonna be the first character with 100 votes. Who's it gonna be? It was UFO Tokens, of course. Of course, UFO Tokens, 101 votes, 5 number 1 votes. We love UFO Tokens. Red, blue, and green. We love them boys. Yep, we sure do. Those are my favorite characters. 31 comments, chat. 31 comments. What? Where are these? Who's commenting? Who's commenting, man? Look at all these comments. People got so much shit to say. You think the comments will actually dip off when we get to the more popular characters? People have too much to say. Genji. Not bad, my boy, not bad. Yugen Magan. Okay. 39 comments. Okay. Rukoto. Otter Spirit. Look at that, look at that. 163 to 190. The Otter Spirit clean sweeps. Giant Catfish. We love him. Rika. Okay. Layla. She didn't move. It's impressive. Kadama. Huge drops. Unzan. Damn. I guess that's our first Windows character, huh? Technically, but he's also like supposed to be. Technically, he's supposed to be part of Ichiden, right? Well, I guess there you go, Unzon. Unzon's our first Windows character. Ellie. Yuki. Why is Mai higher than Yuki? Kongara, 161. Man, that Akatsuki Records song. Wow. That Akatsuki Records song really did fucking nothing, huh? It did literally nothing. She went down 5 places when it came out. Oh man, they tried to get lightning in a bottle twice. That's what they did. They got that Bonky song, and then they released that Kongara song. That Kongara song was not nearly as popular as anything else they released. And then there's nothing. Just nothing. Oh, I don't care about the song at all. The song is even irrelevant to begin with. It's just the fact that they put Kongara in a suit, and it did not catch on even remotely. And in fact, she went down 5 spots. So not only did it not catch on, like it may as well have hurt her, because that was the only Kongara content you got for the entire year. People saw that and were like, no. Kotohime. Okay. There we go. Nemuno. 142nd, 148th, and once now, 153rd. Nemuno Sakata is our lowest real Windows character. 175 votes. And Urumi is right next to her, ahead by 3 votes. But she got 20 number 1 votes. How 18 fan works? What? 50 comments. She still dropped. Like, she still dropped 5 placings. Anxious mustached villager. Now that hurts. Now that is painful. Anxious mustached villager. Antidepressant uncle. He dropped like 14 places, and he still manages to be higher placing than Urumi and Nemuno. People just don't get him. I think they get him well enough. He got more votes than 2 real characters. Ellen! Okay. Ellen's up there. Dolls in Pseudo Paradise CD label girl. 189 votes, beating Ellen out by 1 point. She actually went up 9 places. Okay. Yoki Kompaku, down. Mai went up. Oh, look at this. We have another instance of 147 drops, and then they gave her votes again. So, do you think people, like, organize themselves or something like that? I have to wonder if there's just, like, one guy who likes a character, and he just either bots a bunch of votes, or he just, like, creates a bunch of, like, groups, and it's like, he just finds every Mai fan in the world, and every kind of okay Mai fan, and they just get them all to vote as one big spirit bomb. However, one big spirit bomb amounts to like 20 votes. That's it. They do all that work for 20 votes. And then they're like, yeah, Mai is now 147th place, boys. We back in there. My fans be eating today. It's like she's literally eating out of the sandbox in the courtyard on the other side of the wall of the house that is the popularity poll. That's we in there, boys. We in there. Kurumi. Downs. 135. Yeah, she's dropping. That's down. Chiyuri Kita Shirakawa. Our first 200 votee. 145th. That's a drop. Ellie. Big increase. Big increase. She went up 10 placings. 1 vote. 1 vote higher than Chiyuri. Misamaru Hamatsukuri. She went down 3 placings because who cares? Meira went up 13 places. I don't know why. Sanyo. Oh shit. Sanyo at 141st. Oh wow, would you look at that? 109 to 141st. Sanyo's old adjusted stats. She was at 143rd. So she went up 2 placings then. 68 comments. Maeda got hella first place votes. Yeah, 58. I couldn't tell you. Zun's prediction had Sanyo in number 10. What the? What? How out of touch is Zun? How fucking out of touch is Zun? Zun's favorite characters are all old ladies. All old smoking ladies. What happened to him? I know what happened. He turned 40. Motherfucker turned 40. He loves old damaged ladies. That's what it is. Oh man. Anyway, it's pretty clear that it's pretty clear that there were no faulty votes here for her this year. Maeda is. I want to know about Maeda though. How the fuck does Maeda have 58 number 1 votes? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Who's voting for this character? This character doesn't even have a portrait art. She has like a box and a sprite art for her in-game fight, and then she disappears literally forever. Like what? Where? Anyway, is that our bottom 5 this year? It's Nemono. Yeah, it was Nemono, Urumi. I'm not counting Unzam, by the way. I'm not counting Unzam. Nemono, Urumi, Misamaru, Sanyo. Wait, so Eika probably. Yeah, there's Eika. Okay. Yeah, so that's our bottom 5 this year. Kassen's arm is more popular than Sanyo. I don't know what else to say. But Kassen's arm, just her arm. Just her arm. Yeah, the bottom of the poll can swing wildly based on like 3 votes. That's why it's entertaining. But they mean like nothing because it's, you know, it's the bottom of the fucking barrel. But these characters can't get out of here. Okay. Anyway, Eika, I don't know how to explain it, but when Eika first came out, she felt like the Simisear of Touhou, you know? You know what I mean? Like, Simisear is the least popular Pokemon, I think like 3 years running. Thank you, Yo-Yo, for the tier 2. He's like 3 years running least popular Pokemon in existence. And Eika, when she came out, was just like bottom of the tier instantly. I don't know that for sure, but she dropped down all the way down here. But what's interesting to me about her is that she's a complete outlier to the other bottom tier characters. Like, Nemono, Urumi, Misamaru, and Sanyo. All 4 of those characters have something in common. But Eika is an outlier to all 4 of them, but Eika is down there with them. And not that much higher than all of them. It's so weird. Like, what is it about Eika that just doesn't do it for anybody? The other ones I can understand because they don't do anything for me personally. I can get behind that. You know, Touhou is a series where you get mostly young girls, and then you have a couple mature characters. But the mature characters early on were characters like Yuyuko, Yukari, Eren, Kane. Like, these were the mature characters for a long time. But then, you know, we got more mature characters like Nemono, Misamaru, and stuff like that. And they were less mature, and they were more just like, you're old. You know? You're old. I don't know what it is, but they're old. What can I say? But Eika is just like, Eika's not that different from other characters. Sure, she's kind of weird and kind of depressing, but like, you know, she's not old. She ain't old. Anyway, let's move on. 138. Kisume! Whoa, Crazy, there you are! I found you! You're one of 240 or so weirdos. Look at that. She dropped 1 place. You clearly didn't try hard enough. Should have made more accounts, dude. You should have. Where were Grazies 1 through 123, huh? Where were they? Clearly not voting for Kasume. 43 comments. Takane Yamashiro. So, that's impressive. Takane was bottom 6 last poll. Takane was bottom 6. Technically bottom 5 before Sanyo's votes were, tallied properly. But Takane is the most interesting character to me in the entire series in terms of this popularity poll, because she does not strike me as a character who should be hanging on this low on the bottom echelon of Windows characters. It makes no sense to me. I don't know what it is about Takane that does not, hit anybody, because I thought she was neat. Obviously, she's far from my favorite, but she's a representative of a whole different branch of Kappa, and her design is neat. The idea of her are neat. The Amawara are cool, but Takane just fucking dropped. She just dropped. She got nothing. Just green Nitori? I don't know if I'd say that. I don't know if I'd call her green Nitori. She represents a whole different type of Kappa, after all. The ones that are more, the mountain-based ones that don't really do the water. But we don't see much of them. We see more of the river Kappa than them. I forget she exists. See, I find that impressive, too, because Takane's existence also created a rivalry with Nitori, who Nitori is obviously a very well-known character. And there were people who were like, oh, okay, Takane and Nitori, that's a cool combination of characters. And they did get their combinations, but, the discrepancy in popularity is so massive. It's like, how do I explain it? It's like watching the main character invite out, it's like the fucking background character hanging out with the main character kind of deal. Everybody knows Nitori, and Takane just keeps being there, but then when you take them apart, people remember Nitori, and they have no fucking idea who Takane is. Takane was the final boss of 100 Black Market. Yes. Yes, the Amawara were behind the events of Touhou 18.5. Nitori also showed up in that game with Zunart that is kind of ugly, in my opinion. So she's really low, which is impressive to me, because I felt like she had a lot of things, going for her. Now, I don't think she should be top 50 or anything crazy like that, but it's just the fact that she's as low as she is that is surprising to me. Yatsuhashi. Ooh. Oof. Yeah, Yamashiro, Kawashiro, because it's just, because mountain and river. Kawa is river and Yama is mountain, so that's why their names are like that. That's why. That's a good naming sequence. I like that naming sequence. You're just a hater. You voted Kasume. Your opinion doesn't matter. If anything, Fumo Weird should be directed at you, because you were one of 242 people who could not get Kasume out of the trenches. You tried. I certainly didn't. Anyway, I said before, Yatsuhashi solely exists to make Ben look better. It is what it is. It is what it is. You don't have to like that assessment, but you can't argue it. You can't argue it. Yumeko. See, Yatsuhashi is lower than some PC98 characters. When you're a Windows character and you're below a PC98 character not named like Mima or Shinki, that's unfortunate. Narumi. Narumi is on a decline. That's a shame. I personally like Narumi. I think Narumi is a neat character. I think she's nice. I like her. But she doesn't really offer much in terms of things to do, I suppose. That isn't too surprising, but she is on a steady decline. Sariel is cool. Ringo hasn't had a proper appearance since Touhou 15. Even Seidan came back in 19, but Ringo just kind of... I don't know, Ringo just kind of exists in theory. And she's mainly popular with a certain demographic of people, which means that the majority, maybe not even the majority, but a decent amount of what you'll see will be aimed towards that specification, which would make people who like the character and don't like that specification kind of high and dry and content, so they probably move on to find other characters. She's still pretty high, all things considered, but but there you go. Rei Sen, barely. It's barely beating out Ringo again this year. There's one person in this chat who voted for this fucking character that I'm aware of. You are one of 340 foolish boys, but that's fine because we're gonna get to the characters I like, and I'm going to be one in like 5,000 people who voted for that character. I'm just that's me, the strongest soldier. Kana on a barrel. Wow. Tied her placing for the second year. Satono, I thought for sure that Mai would be up there. Satono dropped. Unnamed book reading yokai Tokiko, 400 votes, dropped 6 places. Ben, and there is Ben. How much further away from her sister? 136 to 127. So 9 placings, chat. 9 placing difference. Is that a big deal? Well, there's about 130 or 40 votes of difference between the two of them. Yatsuhashi got more number 1 votes by 5. But like I said, the existence of Yatsuhashi is just to make her sister look better in comparison. But ultimately, Ben is still a character that does not really have much going for her, and as a result, is not very popular. C62 Circle Cut Girl. Oh, this was the first year they put her on the list. She got 420 points. So this is technically Rin Satsuki, but I guess they decided to be funny to put her on the popularity poll, and her first placing put her this high. Why? I don't know why, dude. I didn't make the fucking list. Lyrica has dropped 6 placings, barely outplacing a cutout image. Michael has dropped significantly, only 3 placings higher, 3 votes higher than Lyrica. 17 number 1 votes missing. Unbelievable. Ichiden, that's not surprising. It sucks to say for Ichiden, but Ichiden's kind of not that popular. I think the issue with Ichiden is she's not established enough. There's really not much known about her in any real capacity, and like her complete character, it feels like it requires Unzan to be involved. So she herself is just, there's not much known about her. Mike being as low as she is, I find that impressive mostly just because she's a cat. I feel like you automatically get bonus points because you're a cat, but I guess Chen and Oren are not even, I mean, maybe Oren's decently high. But Mike just couldn't really break it. Eternity Larva went up 6 places. Why? You know why. You know why. Unnamed Jinyo, the fortune teller. My boy dropped 2 placings. Mugetsu went up 14 places. Toyohime dropped 4. I don't know why Mugetsu went up. Don't ask me. Mizuchi Miya Deguchi went up 18 placings. I'm actually curious next year. I'm curious about next year for this character, because by next year, CDS will be finished, Mizuchi's arc will be concluded, and then all of the so-called Mizuchi fans will fuck off to different characters again. So, 138, 136, 118. Is this her peak? Is this her peak? I don't know. But like I said, CDS will finish by this time next year for sure. And either Mizuchi will be dead, Mizuchi will have said sorry and be accepted and never used again like Kozuzu, or CDS continues for another year because Zun just can't let it go. Either way, I don't see Mizuchi going up any higher than this. And I think the novelty of her expressions is going to wear off, and she's going to fade into the background and just be a joke character. But what do I know? What do I know? Alice's Dolls, Shanghai Horai. That's right. Fuck you, Mizuchi. You got nothing on Shanghai and Horai. Merlin Prism River. Oh, yeah! She dropped 3 placings. Mai Tereda. I don't get this. Chat, I don't get this. Mai is the purple one. No, actually, Mai's the green one. Satono's the purple one. Why is Mai that much higher than Satono? They look identical, but one is green. What? Why though? I don't understand. They're so close. You know what? You know what it is, chat? You know what it is? I bet this is what it is. Is motherfuckers were looking to vote for Mai from PC 98 and they accidentally put their vote to Mai from Touhou 16 because they're such a big fan of Mai that they can't be bothered to actually fucking read what they're voting for. The biggest Mai fans in the world are illiterate. It all makes sense now. How else could you explain it? How else can you explain such a discrepancy in votes when these characters are basically identical and they're always with each other anyway? Is that enough for a near 100 vote difference? I don't mean to alarm you or anything, but we're talking about Touhou here. You know? This is Touhou. We're not talking we're not at the board of directors at NASA here, all right? The average IQ of the Touhou fan is not rivaling that of rocket engineering, okay? So I need you to understand that people could make this mistake, okay? People could make this mistake. It's believable. Some of them are kids, exactly. Some of the people voting on this popularity poll are young. They're kids. They don't know any better, you know? So it is what it is. But I'm just saying. Dolls in Pseudo Paradise CD Jacket Girl. Chat, which one is the girl in the white and the girl in the black? The jacket girl is the one in the black, right? And the one down here is the one in the white. There's the one on the CD label is the girl in white with blue hair. They kind of look like Yuki and Mai, don't they? I think they kind of look like Yuki and Mai. Mostly their coloration. Anyway, yeah, they're unknown characters that exist on Pseudo Dip, and Dip was the first music collection CD that was part of Touhou, but its story was not really relevant to Touhou. It was kind of like its own little small story, and then the second album that's been released was when Hifu started. So Dip doesn't have anything to do with Hifu, and it's hard to tell how much it has to do with Touhou in general. It reads more like a song. And also kind of like a mystery novel. Sunny Milk. Whoa! Whoa! 8 placings. Sunny Milk. She did it. She did it. She went up 8 placings. 555. A hero. She's still the lowest of the 3 fairies. Eternity is the only actual fairy lower than her right now. So we'll take that. Kyoko drops by 2. Poor Kyoko. I really think that Kyoko should be more popular than she is. And I don't know why she's not more popular. Because she's a goofy little dog girl who has a loud voice. But I guess she just doesn't resonate. Haha, get it? With it just doesn't resonate. Eternity is so much cooler than Sunny. God, that is such an opinion. Oh, man. Alright, let's talk about Eternity. What's Eternity do? Eternity hibernates under the sunflower fields. She took Clown's torch and used it and was like, whoa, look at these mysterious powers she has. Woo, I bet she's a really big deal. Ooh! And then nothing. And then nothing. There you go. What does Sunny do? Sunny gets out there and does all kinds of shenanigans and has her own book series with her friends and does all kinds of fun fairy things. What does Eternity Larva do? Ooh, I don't know, but I bet she's capable of so many great things. Oh, I bet she's really amazing. Absolute secret god. Oh, you know, couldn't handle her at her best. Yeah, okay. Where is it, son? Where is it? Where is it? Oof. Ooh. Oh, no. Enoko is on the drop. 40 placings down. Damn. Dead. 14 number 1 votes. Holy shit. That's a huge fall. And that makes her the lowest of the Touhou 19 characters. Yeah, Touhou 19's characters are going to decay. That's guaranteed. But that's 40 fucking placings, dude. That's brutal. That's brutal to look at. Seriously. But maybe when she gets a little bit more. She's really new, and she hasn't really shown up in much. I think that Enoko is a great way to explore more of Marissa's backstory. But other than that, yeah, she's just kind of known as a character who got involved with Zamu and got involved with Saki, and then, well, who knows where that's going to go, right? Marissa's friends aren't popular. Narumi and Enoko, yeah. However, her bestest buddy Alice is one of the most popular characters in the series, and her bestest buddy Reimu is also one of the most popular characters in the series. So it's, you know, Marissa's just, she's got a bunch of different friend groups. She can hang out with the winners and the losers. Oh, oh, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. And just like Enoko, Demunki has dropped. Not as hard, mind you. Not as hard. 32 places. But that is still a drop. 582. Oh god, who's next? Mayumi. Mayumi dropped a tiny bit, but, you know, she was on a decline. Yamame. Yamame actually went up a little bit. But Yamame is forever doomed to be not very popular. I don't know why. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think there's a lot about Yam to like, but she just doesn't resonate with enough people. But it is what it is. Seidan. Now that's impressive to me. But Seidan had Touhou 19, and the Seidan fans came out full force. Like, yeah, this is it. This is our moment. And now she's steadily going back down because the Seidan fans are, well, sorry, the Seidan fans, air quotations, aka the people who played Touhou 19, played through Seidan's story and was like, wow, that character's cool, voted for her, and then forgot about her because there was no longer any more Seidan content. There's something you need to keep in mind about the average human being, chat. The average attention span of people has decayed to a point where if you are not under constant stimulation, you will just forget and move on. And that's what happens with a lot of these characters. If you're not constantly exposed to them, you move on. Because they're not in your line of view, you don't think about them, and you start thinking about character who is in your face. Because a lot of people in this world are very simple-minded. Sometimes you like a character enough that you just want them to appear and you hold on to that. We call people who are like that not normal. That's me, by the way, but I'm normal. The lack of Subway Surfers is making me tab out of the stream constantly. You see? You see, I need Subway Surfers. You need constant visual stimulation to keep your audience engaged. Because people have the attention span of a fucking flea. It's just how it is. And it's the same deal with characters. If you see a character, you think the character's neat, but the character's not used in much, you're going to just forget that character and you're going to start liking the other character you see more of because you want to actually engage in content of the character you like. But you don't get as much of that. There's a finite source of content, and the lower you go on the popularity poll, the harder it is. And most people are consumers rather than creators. So if you really like a character, and you don't do anything for them, then you just have to engage in whatever people who are making things for them do. But this boils into the other end of it, where people make things for the things they like, but social media has poisoned people. And what I mean by that is social media has kind of turned making things into a contest of popularity. Like, I'm gonna spend my time and make this, but I'm only doing it because it's going to get more attention from strangers on the internet on a social media platform, and it's going to make me feel like better, that it was more worth my time. People aren't going to draw characters they don't like because A, it takes a lot of fucking time, and B, the reception to it is going to be less great than if you drew a more popular character. Now you have the specialists who really like characters and just draw them regardless of what people say, and those who their passion can usually get through. But there's a lot of people who just chase trends, and they'll only draw popular characters. They won't draw other characters, and maybe they'll try. They'll get like a fraction of the reception, and they'll think, okay, I'm never doing that again because my entire worth is based on strangers clicking the heart and the 2 green arrows on twitter.com. And that's how it is. To that I say, chat, and this is a great question, because I've asked myself this before. But when was the last time you did something for yourself? You ever think about that? I've thought about that sometimes. When was the last time you ever did something for yourself? Not because you didn't do it because you wanted other people to acknowledge it, but you did it because you wanted to do it. You ever think of that? You ever think of that? Why do you think so many people draw art where the punchline is boobs? You know, I've seen what happens. If you post art on Twitter, you do 3 things. Number 1, draw a character who's popular. Number 2, draw them with big boobs. Number 3, draw them in some kind of situation that implies lesbian. And there you go. If you combine all 3 of these aspects, you can create a smash hit for 2 days, and then nobody will care until your next piece. But if you follow these 3 rules, you too can be a very renowned artist. Doesn't matter if it's what you want to draw or not, but you do these 3 things and you are in there, boys. You're in there. Anyway, but this is how it is. You spend a lot of time on something, but unless it follows a certain guideline, it's not going to get as much attention as it otherwise could. And unless you accept that, you're just going to have to deal with the fact that it's not going to get as much perception as you want. But you have to be doing it for yourself, is the thing. Otherwise, you're never going to do anything. So many people start drawing, and then they're like, oh, nobody likes my stuff, I'll just draw boobs. And then they draw boobs, and they get more attention, and they're like, well, I guess now I'm a boob artist now forever, and nobody cares about anything I draw that's not boobs. And they shuffle themselves into boob artists, and they never leave that because they're scared that if they stop drawing boobs, people won't care about their art anymore. And then they enter this negative spiral of, wow, I can't draw what I want because I have to draw what other people want. And then they hate what they're doing, which was originally a passion. And then it's sadness. What if an artist wants to draw boobs? I mean, you can. Everybody's had that moment of weakness in their life. Everybody's had that moment of weakness in their life. You can draw whatever you want. You can. But I'm saying that when you end up drawing something because you're not drawing it for yourself anymore, that's when it becomes a problem. If you want to draw boobs, go ahead. Draw boobs. Who am I going to stop you? But if you're drawing boobs because you think that nobody's going to like what you do, unless you draw boobs, then that's a different story, because then you're not drawing for yourself anymore. You are dedicating hours of your life to your pastime for the sake of people you don't know. People who don't know you and don't care. They don't see you as a person, they see you as a content machine. Believe me, I've been there. Hey streamer, I know you're very busy with things and you're a real human being who has their own life, but when are you doing this thing that I want you to do, please? Could you please get to that sooner? Can you get to that now, please? Can you do that right now? First time chatter, hey, when's this? I don't even know who you are, and you're asking me for things? Shut up. Don't ask me for things. Don't ask me for things. I don't even know who you are. When's the next video? Next week. Next week. I promise. I promise nothing, but I promise. Okay, streamer, move on. Shut the hell up. I'm having a very important discussion right now. I'm explaining why it's important to enjoy your hobbies yourself, first and foremost, before you only do them because you want validation from people who don't actually give a fuck about you at all. Think about that. Think about that. This is an important life lesson. And it was irrelevant because I'm explaining why characters like Satan can have a burst of votes and then just go back on a decline instantly. Because, oops, sorry, this character, it doesn't matter if you like them, they're not popular, so if you pay attention to them, you won't be popular, so goodbye. You gotta go back and draw rainbows. Star Sapphire. Streamer, I don't have an audience. Well, that's good. That means you can do whatever you want for you without an audience. You are not controlled by the flow of informations. Star is the number 2 of the 3 fairies. Show. Oh. Oh, show. Oh, show. She went down 1 place. Am I the only one who likes show? Do you see what this says? This says points. This says number 1 votes. This says 691 points and 92 votes. The fuck do you mean you're the only one who likes show? Are these numbers fake to you? You want me to inspect element and change that shit to 0? Will that make you happy? No! No, you're not the only person who likes show. There's 691 fucking votes here for her. People like show. But she doesn't do anything. She just exists. She just exists. And her most defining personality trope in fandom is her being a klutz. What a shame. What a shame. Show kind of ugly on her main art. I understand why she's unpopular. This guy's acting like he's never seen Zun art before in his life. You think Show is ugly in her main art? Show looks perfectly fine in her main art. You know who looks ugly in their Zun art? Fucking every character from EOSD. All of them. Yomu 2 in PCB. Got that K-Rool stink eye. Nasty ass creature. Zun's art is not flattering for a lot of characters. Show is perfectly fine. She looks just like Show. Have you seen Kogasa though? Same game, God tier art. I'm starting to think that you are biased because that's your second favorite character. You're almost cute in her original PCB art. Brother! She looks like K-Rool. She's got one eye bigger than the other and it's red and swollen and stupid. Yuyuko is fine. Yuyuko is perfectly fine. Yomu is not. Yomu is better after PCB. She's much better after PCB. Sakuya and Mei-Ling are awful in EOSD. Alright? They're awful. How dare you? It's the truth. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. He hates Zun art? That's not true. That is not true. I don't hate Zun art, but I can acknowledge that some of his characters look straight nasty, and the fans corrected the shit out of them, and they got better later on. Anyway. Wagasaki Hime. Wow. Up 1 place. Luna Child, 103. Whoa! Whoa! She went up 8 placings. What did Luna do? I don't know. I don't know, but Luna went up 8 placings. Good job, team. We did it. She's still the 4th least popular fairy. Gengetsu. She went up 16 placings. And next year, she'll be right back down to where she was. Because this is all lies. This is a bunch of additional votes from people who do not give a fuck about this character, but were told to vote for them because they have no mind of their own. Shizuha Aki. Oh, here we go, chat. The Aki sandwich. The Aki sandwich. Shizuha is the bottom. She dropped 6 placings. Where is Minariko? Who is character number 100? It's Saki. Oh no, not horse meat. She dropped 19 places. Barely taking it over Shizuha. Wow. Wow. Saki. Hey, horse burgers! We're having horse burgers today, boys. We need you know what this requires? This requires art. I'm sure somebody will draw it. I need art of this, and here is exactly how it is. Listen up, artists. This is very important. I need you to listen. Okay? At the bottom is Shizuha. What is she doing? She's getting her head crushed by Saki's thighs. Okay? What's happening above Saki? Minariko has her chest on her head, and it's like overtaking her hat. There you go. There's your Minariko Shizuha sandwich with sake in the middle. She is the meat tenderizing. Figured this was gonna be what it is? Well, if you knew, then why haven't you drawn it yet? Bro really posted that on main? What are you talking about? It's the Aki sandwich. How else are you gonna put sake between them? I've seen the one with Renosuke was between them, and he was just between their chests. So now we're gonna have sake in the middle of them, and this is the best way to do it. What do you mean, streamer? What the fuck? What do you mean, move on, streamer? What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? I can't say nothing with you, chat. You're all tasteless. Alright? You're all acting like you don't want to taste that sandwich. Yes, it's Aki Saki Aki. Draw it. I'm telling you to draw it. Draw it now. Hey, young artist, you should draw what streamer is saying. Me? Pog me? I can't. I can't do that right now. I'm finishing my video, and then it's back to work. I'm getting work done. You draw it, bud. Why am I being told to draw my ideas? That's not how this works. I'm the streamer. You're supposed to hear my ideas, get creatively inspired, and then draw it yourself and be like, I drew this because of streamers. So you give me attention, and I give you a creative outlet, and you get more thummies and likies on the Twitter website. But streamer, didn't you just say that that's all bad and you shouldn't do that? Yes, you shouldn't unless it directly benefits me, in which case it's all okay in my book. Okay. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. Anyway, Momoyo, 98th, went down. Chiari, another catastrophic drop. The smelly girl is a 97th place. Chat, what happened to all those Chiari fans who were like, she is so me? What happened to them? Where'd they go? I know what happened. They took a shower. They took a shower and they could no longer relate to this character anymore. Damn. Goodbye. Goodbye, Chiari. Which means Zanmu and Hisami are the two highest from Touhou 19 at this point. And I have to wonder which one's going to come first. Probably Zanmu. Yorihime went up 1 placing. Now, what's funny is Pluto's vote doesn't actually make a difference here. There's a 2-vote difference between Chiari and Yorihime, which means Pluto's vote is not the changer. If Pluto did not vote for Yorihime, this would not have changed. Damn. He could have voted for somebody else then, like Yorigami Jun. That's crazy. Raiko. She went up 4 placings, but Raiko is another one of those characters like Sho where she's neat and then just not much was really done with her. Oh, so our votes don't matter. I mean, they do at certain points, but when you get to a certain point in the threshold, it doesn't matter, but it's not about it mattering. It's about you voting for your favorite characters regardless. It's not about the points mattering. Yumemi at 800. Okay, yeah. She went up by 9 placings. Yumemi's a classic. Medicine, 93, went up a little bit after a drop, of course. 92, Yoshika Miwako, up 5. But not by much. 2 votes. Letty, oh shit, what? Wait a minute, what happened here? What happened here? Letty White Rock, what did Letty do this year? Anything? I don't remember Letty doing anything. She got 110 number 1 votes. That's actually pretty significant for a character like Letty because she's usually down there. I'm curious about this. It won't stay. It'll probably go back to normal next year. But I'm curious about what exactly Letty had this year that would increase this. Because she's always been hovering around like the lower ends. I don't know what her highest placing ever was, but obviously because she's a PCB character, she's been on like every popularity poll, so her highest placement is going to look significantly different than current placings because of characters that exist. That was me. I did that. That's true. You did draw Letty with big Lettys, so I will give you that. But do you think your one single piece of art was enough to get, like, 300 people? Actually, let me see. What's the difference between 106? Oh, yeah, it's about 200 votes. Letty got about 200 more votes this year. Single-handedly controlled 200 votes. Send them to Letty. Still not higher than Lunasa. Lunasa is still leagues above her sister in terms of popularity from the Prison Rivers. Shimmy. Now, I talked about this one before, but Shimmy's like complete lack of popularity is baffling to me when you consider the popularity of the other half of her most well-known like pairing. But Shimmy is just not popular. She just strikes out. It's weird. Anyway, we're gonna hit 1,000 votes soon, chat. Oh, look at that. We did it. Mioi Okunoda, 88th place, 1,007 votes. She did it. She went up. She's going up. Lotus Eater stocks on the rise. What's going to happen at the end of Lotus Eaters? I don't know, but did you notice that Mioi is the lowest of the main... she's the lowest, not counting Mizuchi, I guess. And I guess the 3 fairies. But she's the lowest, like, protagonist of written works right now. Thank you for the raid, Christian. Goodness, choking on my own phlegm. Number 87, Zanmu. Alright, here's our next drop. 19 placings. Barely more votes than Mioi. Hisami being the highest placing total 19 characters, not surprising. I honestly believe the only reason Zanmu is higher than the other 3 is because Zanmu is an integral part to Hisami's character. So you are forced to see her with Hisami a lot. Because Zanmu is a boring fucking character. Streamer, that's just your opinion. Yeah, it is, but... it is true that Zanmu is a big part of Hisami's character, so you're going to see her a lot from Hisami. And Hisami is just like, she's a freak, so you know. Hisami carries Zanmu, quite literally, actually. Quite literally. She does have a good theme, but you know who else has a good theme? Well, I was going to pick out a specific example, but... it's all subjective anyway. I like Show's theme a lot. Alright. Soga no Tojiko. Dropped by 1. Okay. On! Yo! Yo, we did it, boys! On went up. On went up 8 placings. 8 placings. Look at that. Shimada making Red Snow. Shimada didn't make Red Snow at all. The Red Snow was made by Megumu. She created a potential quote-unquote disaster so Shimada could take advantage of it, open a market, and create relief to the villagers. And then she talked to Megumu later in the chapter and was like, that Megumu considered it a gift to her for their partnership, I suppose. But that wasn't Shimada's doing. She just took advantage of it, and that was the plan from the beginning from Megumu. Anyway, it's nice to see On get more points. On is a great character, and I think she deserves the world, because every time On appears, anytime On has ever appeared in anything, it has actively made that thing better. On does not appear and make things worse. There are a number of characters who do that. On is not one of them. Now, Shimada had 1 token appearance in Lotus Eaters. Megumu, too. And then it's like, alright, Touhou 18's done. Get the fuck out of here. And kick them away. Kagero. Oof. Oof. Kagero fans, what happened? What happened? 84th place? You dropped 15 spots. Where'd you go? Kagero fans, where'd you go? Where could they have gone? Hating dogs. That's a crazy thing to say. But she's higher than Wagasaki. Bonki's higher than her. Kutaka dropped. Sumireko dropped 2 placings. Look at that. Look at that. Hisami, we found her. She dropped 29 placings. 29. Your highest Touhou 19 character is 81st place. Damn. Hisami has the second highest female voter percent at 45%. Is number 1 still Sega? Is number 1 still Sega? Tojiko is number 1. What? 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 Why? What? How does that even work? Women love the Touhou 13 cast. Why are women scary? There are enough scary women in Touhou. Why do women vote for scary women? Huh? It's so loud. I don't know, man. The highest, like, the percentage for female characters is characters like Sega and shit. They love these, like, evil women. And then the guys just like characters like Momiji. That's so funny to me. It's like, oh, the girls love characters like Sega, Hisami, these absolute freaks. And then the guys are just like, oh, Momiji, she's awesome. It's like, I love being a simple-minded dumbass. I really do. I would vote for Miji. There are more characters I like more than her, but I get it. I get it. I get it. Mistia is the most popular male character this year. That's perfect. She deserves it. Everybody should love Mistia. Except me. I didn't vote for her. Yugi. Yugi went up 2 placings. It's kind of impressive. She kind of stopped the bleeding a bit, but she is one of those characters who, you know, although it's possible that this little stop here is just because of her appearances in CDS, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Lily White. She went up 11 places, chat. 11 places. We're doing it. That makes Lily... there's only a couple fairies above her at this point. Dayose and Chirno, I think, are the only fairies left that are above her. Thank you, Little Big Troll, for the resub. Lily is the number 9 most voted male one. Oh, the boys love Lily. We love Lily. Oh yeah, Clown Piece is still above her. That's true. Star that far behind? Star is down here, brother. Star is right here. 106th place to 79th. So there's 25 characters between the two of them. It goes Eternity, Sunny, Star, Luna, Lily. So all that's left is Clown, Dai, and Chirno, and it's probably definitely in that order. The boys saw Lily and popped off. Yeah, this is what it means. The free thinkers came together. Alright, Hitate. Hitate went up 6 places. The only thing I can think of for this is her appearance in CDS, where she totally owned Aya. And that was all she did. And then her photography thing failed, and then she stopped appearing in CDS. So she went up 6 placings. But she will, again, disappear from the limelight, and then people will forget about her, and then you'll get the occasional comment from a Hitate fan about how Hitate would be so much better if she just took over the role of Aya and completely went against everything that Hitate's character has established for herself, because they just want to see somebody not named Aya do what Aya does. Because Hitate fans don't actually care about Hitate. They just don't want Aya to be prevalent anymore. Poor Hitate. Renosuke goes up 6 placings. Why? Your guess is as good as mine, dude. He hangs on. He does. He does. He hangs on. But he is what he is. Stop giving us your uncalled biased opinions. You know this is my stream, right? Like, you know this is my stream that I'm streaming. So when I say an opinion on my stream, Is that really surprising? Would you like it better if on my stream I just gave you the most generic, lukewarm, milquetoast, middle of the pack opinions on every character? Is that what you prefer? Aranosuke, yeah, he's pretty cool. And I'm just gonna say that every character is pretty cool from now until the end of it. Isn't that great? Isn't that, don't you like that? Don't you like when streamer conforms to your beliefs by not taking any side in any capacity and having no opinion? So you can just nod your head and be like, so true, bestie. That's so good. I'm gonna give you my opinion on my stream because I am me. I'm not gonna give you the opinion of some other fucker because it's my opinion. It's mine. You're here to read this because you want to know my opinion. Omodonoduka. Komachi went up 12 placings. Why? I don't know. I don't think Komachi has appeared in much of anything. I don't know how influential like some dojins have been for other characters because I don't keep up with all that. But there's kind of been not many things going on in official content. Komachi's surprisingly low. I don't know what it is about Komachi, but she just doesn't do it for a lot of people. I couldn't tell you why. Maybe it's her size. Maybe they're intimidated. I get it. I do. Her last official appearance was Hermit. Yeah, and even then she was kind of relegated to a side character. Like, she showed up a decent amount in the early bits with Kasen, and then she kind of showed up at the end with, like, the climax, and then didn't really do much else in the middle. Akyuu. Akyuu is a character that impresses me with how well she holds on, because she actually has not done anything since her debut game. She came at the same game as Tenchi, and then Tenchi, like, stole the majority of the spotlight, and Akyuu just went back to heaven and started swimming around and not doing much else. She's had less appearances than Komachi by quite a large margin. But, you know. Kaneko Yasaka. Yeah. Kaneko is a character. She's part of the trio, and she's not nearly as popular as the other two. But she has a couple dedicated fans. She has people who swear that she's a better character than Suako and will list off every reason why, and they will get extremely angry if you just listen to them, nod your head, and go, yeah, but Suako is a frog, and then you walk away from the conversation. That's what it means to be a Kaneko fan and a Suako fan. Kaneko fans will write you a high school paper's worth of why Kaneko's awesome, and Suako fans will say the word frog, and it will piss Kaneko fans off. It will just piss them right off. How fucking dare you? How dare you? Not my fault, brother. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything at all. You gotta admit, though, there's a simplicity to people liking characters like Suako. There's not much you need to do or think about to find joy in their existence. But Kaneko's a character you gotta really think about sometimes. Anyway. Anyway, Kaneko, yeah. I think she's probably the greatest example of a discrepancy in popularity, specifically for characters that are known for groups. So, like, we have Yukari and Ron and Chen. And Chen's, like, 50 and Ron's, like, 20-ish. And then Yukari's around top 20 as well. But I'm pretty sure Chen isn't as far away from Ron and Yukari as Kaneko is from Suako and Snai. Because Snai's, like, top 15. And I'm pretty sure Suako's top 30. Well, we all agree that both Kaneko and Suako are both great characters. Crazy, right? Yeah, it's crazy. That's why she's 74th place with 1,287th place. How did you vote for both of them? You can say whatever you want, but the popularity poll has spoken. She's not that popular, but she's also not that unpopular. She's right in the middle, because this list started at what, 200th place? Although technically, because of the you know, started with Saziki Wataji. It's more like shit didn't actually start voting wise until about 100 and 120ish. So she's kind of right in the middle, a lot on the lower end. Not popular equals bad. That's not what I said. That's not even remotely what I said. But when you're not popular, you're not popular. And characters that aren't interesting characters aren't popular. I think that's pretty obvious, wouldn't you? Kanako is not a very popular character. She's not that interesting. Maybe she's interesting to you, but she's not that funny. Her roles in fandom are usually the butt of the joke. She has her own things that she does. I think it's because of her size. I think if you replaced Suwako and Kanako and you make Suwako the one who's doing all the shit that Kanako does, then Suwako would still be as popular. I just think that characters in Touhou who are big usually have a disadvantage with popularity polls because they're like an outlier to what Touhou is known for. Alright, 73. Mamizo Futatsuiwa. She went up 2 places, which means she gained potentially 20 votes. That's it. 20 votes. She went up by 2 with about 20 votes. This is Sun's favorite character. Smack dab in the middle. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? There's nothing I can say here that will make you happy, chat. I'm just gonna move on. Kozuzu. Stay in the same place as last year. 72. Thought Io was his favorite. Times change. He's an old man now. Now his favorite character is Mamizo. Wriggle Nightbug. Holy shit. Why did Wriggle go up 16 places? Wriggle went up 16 places. Doing what? Being a bug? That's it. That's all she did. She did nothing differently this year, but Wriggle has gone up. She went down, she went up. I can only wait what next year. Matsuyoi Nightbug came out. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But Wriggle has done it. She is maintained. Check those suspicious first place voting numbers. Holy shit, 234 first place votes? Alright, hold on. Wait a minute. I think this is a meme, chat. I think this is a meme. This is one of those situations where people put in Wriggle Nightbug and their comment was Wriggle Nightbug because Wriggle Nightbug. We'll see. We'll see. But that is a suspicious amount of first place votes. No other character has received nearly that many at this point in time. A lot of Japanese. What, votes or comments? She got 352 comments, dude. That's a lot of #1 votes. We'll see, chat. We'll see next year or later. Yachie. Oh my god, what happened? Oh no! 24 placings drop. Damn. That's insane. That's a big fucking drop. After going up from 64th to 46 and dropping back down to 70th. What happened? Just went back to normal. A little lower than normal. A little lower. But yeah, I guess I don't know if 19 was enough to like do that for her. I mean, it probably helped, but this is probably one of those cases where I was talking about with Saturn, where it's like, new thing comes out for character. Wow, I love character, and then character doesn't show up anymore. So everybody who loved character doesn't actually love the character anymore. So they move on within a year's time because fame is a fickle mistress. Tay is in 69th place. Tay is not a very popular character. I blame Inaba of the Moon and Inaba of the Earth. I blame that. I think some people probably dislike Tay because of that book. Junyorigami. Boys, we did it. We got back to 2022. All those 8 placings we dropped, we have returned. Things are back to normal. 1423, 123 number 1 votes. There I am, Gary. There I am. But yeah, she went back to her placing in 2022. So, not much has changed. But she's higher than Mommy Zoe. She's higher than Mommy Zoe this year. Oh, I get to eat that one. I get to eat that one for a whole year, man. A whole year. And there's Shinky. Yo! Yo! Hold on. Shinky got 27 placings up. Where did those come from? I have no idea, but I'm okay with Shinky getting higher. Shinky deserves to be higher. She's great. I love Shinky. Lost Word. See, I usually assume that as well. That's why I think Eternity went up, because Lost Word. Lost Word is very, like, prominent. So, when people see things in Lost Word, you know, they're... I mean, if you're playing Gacha, you already have the attention span of a monkey to begin with, so... When you see new character come out and you're like, whoa! And then new character is gone. Because another new character comes out and you're like, whoa! I gotta get that one now. And that's kind of how it goes. Similar to Mugetsu and Gengetsu. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. But Shinky got a huge jump. And maybe it'll stay. I kind of doubt it will. But Shinky, you know, she does hold on pretty well for PC98, all things considered. But we'll see. This is probably a Lost Word thing, and it might go back to normal. Lost Word is the most popular Touhou thing right now. No, I know. I'm reading the events. I'm reading the character lores. I am engaging in Lost Word and its content, but I am not playing the game. I'm not playing the game. I don't want to play the game. I refuse to play the game. And I think a lot of the decisions they make are actually pretty shitty. You see those new character skins they made, chat? What the fuck was that about? Great source of most Touhou AP scaling, so she's a pretty big deal. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Kasi Records effective mailing. That song came out like a week ago, brother. That shit came out like not even a week ago, more like 4 days ago. The voting ended like 2 days ago. Clown Piece alt is so ass. Bro, when I saw the Clown Piece alt, I was like, what are we doing? We're just aging characters up and we're aging characters down. And by aging up, I mean we're just giving them boobs. And by aging down, we're just turning them into literal children. Assume it's related to power scaling. Oh, okay. Okay. The power scaling wiki. Have you seen the Versus wiki? Chat, we gotta do a stream one day reading the Versus wiki for Touhou characters. Because I found a link to that when I was looking for a different character. And that shit was insane. Absolutely insane. I think it was Ichinan I was reading about. So we gotta do a stream of that at some point. The fucking Versus wiki for characters. Okay. 66. Keiki. Keiki has... I'm impressed Keiki's as high as she is, but she is on her decline. Murasa. The coat couldn't save her. What happened, Murasa fans? I thought you were so happy to see her in 17.5. Is this the extent of your happiness? Sekibanki did not move this year. Alright. Sekibanki, 64th, right where she needs to be. Daiose went down 2 placings, which means Clown is higher than her this year. Okay. Kane show up yet? No, but Kane usually hovers around the 50 marks. Sega. Sega is... Well, I mean, she's right in the middle. High percentage. 151 number 1 votes, though. But she's going down a little bit. Tsukasa, big drop. Big drop, big drop. 14 placings down. She went up 10, dropped 14. I couldn't tell you what it is. She was quite popular early on, She's probably the most popular character to come out of Touhou 18. And so Touhou 19 did a little more with her. But I guess now we're back to our regularly scheduled whatever character. Like, I guess it felt like there was a lot of potential for her. Because she was a schemer and she was like, got her hand in a bunch of pockets. But ultimately, she's not doing much right now because she's not actively scheming. So, you know. You know why she was popular? Don't lie. No, I'm aware why she was popular. I just didn't want to say it. But I am saying that the main aspect of her character is in her nature as the tube fox. But she hasn't really been doing that. Like, I mean, she kind of did it in Touhou 19 and it didn't amount to much. But then she hasn't really made appearances and she hasn't really been doing her thing as a schemer. So, and now it's just about her being, you know. Clown Piece went up 2 placings after falling 12. Will this change next year? I don't know. But Clown, like, the thing is, now that we're in the range of 60 chat, these are all characters, like Clown Piece especially, these are still characters that get a respectable amount of fan art and appearances in different ways. So, like, we're at a point in the ranking where it's not so much that the characters are unpopular, and it's more so just that the characters above them are so much more popular. Like, I feel like when you get to this point of characters, it's gonna start feeling like these are characters that people just, they don't mind, but they wouldn't say they're their favorite. Oh, well, here comes the opinion police. Uh-oh. Here they come. It's another ambulance, chat. It's always an ambulance. No, it's like, how do I explain it? It's like, there are a number of characters that you see and you pog, and there are a number of characters that you see and you roll your eyes, right? But then this middle of the pack characters are characters who haven't really done enough to warrant a negative opinion or a positive one unless you're really like into their initial like appearance. So you just kind of see them and you're like, oh, this character is here, you know? And I feel like Clown kind of does that a little bit. She does have a lot to do in Visionaries, mind you, which is impressive because so did Sunny Milk and Luna Child and Star Sapphire, but they're not nearly as popular as Clown. Yeah, characters that you see and then see. And that's, Kane is the perfect example of that, because Kane is going to show up. Shimada, that's another one. Like, she's kind of just a character right now who is goofy and she has a neat idea of a power, but she hasn't really made enough appearances to be annoying, but also hasn't made enough appearances to really capture a lot of people's positive opinions. Doremi, that's another one as well. Doremi is an interesting character. She is part of the dream world. That's really cool of a concept. But she doesn't, like, even when she appears, it's not overbearing. But it's because she doesn't, like, her appearance isn't really the main focus when she appears. So she doesn't really get to really stand out. But you see her and you're like, bah, you know? you see her and you like her. But you don't like her, you don't like pog off when you see her, but you also don't roll your eyes. That kind of deal. So that's what I mean by these middle of the pack characters. Like, when you get down here, these are characters that, like, these are characters that you had more exposure to, and it either rubbed you the wrong way, or they just didn't really do it. Like, Renosuke is a character who probably doesn't rub people the wrong way, per se. Whoops. Where was I? I wouldn't say he rubs people the wrong way, but he is a character that's kind of like, you know, you might not care about him at all because he's a dude, or you like him a lot because he's a dude. So he's like they're like niche characters that you really like. And the further up you go, the more the general opinion of the character is more neutral, leaning towards positive, than neutral leaning towards negative. Which is, you know, obviously there's outliers. A character like Kozuzu, I can't see why somebody would dislike, but that's a personal opinion of mine, you know. Jun is 100% a character I can see people not liking. She's another one of those characters you have to have a special kind of brain rot to actually like, but if you see her, you probably think, oh my god, this bitch. So that's why she's down here. So now we're gonna go on. Kwakama, 57th again. Feel that same way with Suako. See how people can like her, just see the funny frog. Yeah, characters that are higher up have, like, the kind of they've created an appearance for themselves that if you just see them, you kind of pog off. And Lily is one of them here, but Lily is not one of those characters in the grander scheme of things. Like, when Lily shows up in this stream, everybody posts Lily W. But when Suako appears, a lot more people are posting, you know, they're posting frog behavior. They see Suako and they're like, yo, that's a frog. So, like, there's a number of characters that like, the higher up you go that really have an instant, just, like, free thinker moment when you see them that causes people to just react positively when you see them. You associate a positive feeling to them, so you like them. That kind of thing. Anyway, Kwakama didn't move, but that's fine. She's doing well for herself. Mima jumped up 14 placings. I don't know why. Same goes for Wriggle, but I think that's just streamer's chat. Well, apparently not, because she jumped up quite a bit. But I couldn't say much about Wriggle. Wriggle's kind of a character, you know. Wriggle is indeed a character. This is because of Lost Word. Wait, there was a Mima in Lost Word? Lost Word's really popular in Japan, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Lost Word has also, like, exhausted every single character at this point. So all of their new characters are alternate outfits, which are just what they looked like in their debut game or in the later game they appeared in. Or they're a what-if character, which is, as it is, it's just been changing character sizes. And, yeah. But, you know, Rumia got EX Rumia, where she's big. And it's like, wow, that's amazing. Look at Lost Word. So brave. It's like, that Rumia has existed in concept for probably 20 years now. But it's cool when Lost Word does it. That's the main takeaway. It's cool when Lost Word does it. When anybody else does it, it's stupid and it's dumb fandom and it shouldn't exist. But when Lost Word does it, poggies, gotta buy some cubes, gotta pull from my favorite character, and that's how she be. That's how she be. Okay. Email's risen every year for the last 5 or so years. Has she? She should be higher given how much people talk about it every time a new game comes out. Megamoo jumped up 11 places. Wow. Okay. Okay. It's more so that I think some people see Lost Word and they automatically assume that it's canon. Not so much in a literal sense, but Lost Word feels really close to being official. So, like, anytime Lost Word does something fandom-based, it feels like a win because it feels to them like it's being considered official, which it's not at all. Lost Word is just another fan project, but it's because of its size, its scope, that it feels official. So when people see things like this, they get excited because it's more than just fandom to them, but it in actuality, it's always just been fandom. Alright. Anyway, Megamoo went up 11 placings. Good for her. Nazarin dropped 6. Nothing can save this rat. Oh, nothing can save this rat. Nuhuju went down by 2. Touhou. That's okay, New. You'll get him next time. Mystia went up 11 placings. Come on, Mystia. Come on, Mystia. I know what you're capable of. You can win the hearts of many. You've already won my heart. Not enough for me to vote for you, but you won my heart. Win more. Chen dropped 1 place. Poor Chen. Here comes Kane. Ready, chat? This is Kane Kamishirasawa. My streamer. How did he know? Because I knew exactly where Kane hangs out, and I hadn't seen her yet. There's Kane, right at the 50 mark. Right there. Pre-reading? No, it's not pre-reading. It was not pre-reading. It was easily predictable. Easily predictable. Right there on the cusp of characters with neat design, cool ideas, not utilized, so when you see her, you have a positive-ish reception. Right in the middle of the pack. It's hard to be angry at Kane's existence because she hasn't done anything to warrant such distaste in her appearances because they're never letting her. 5-spot jump. She just doesn't break 50, dude. Byakuren goes down to 49. Okay. Maribel jumps up to 48th. That's another 6 placings up. Okay. Lost word. Probably. I mean, we did get a new Hifu CD, so. Orin dropped by 5. Stinky. Up by 3, down by 5. Stinky girl. Kasen dropped by 3. Kasen has pretty high popularity. But it looks like her lack of appearances now are starting to decay into her. Not as huge a decay, mind you, but people are finding different characters to look at 18+ art of. Sorry, Kasen. Okina Madara she's dropping by 1 place every year. Okay. Okay. Sagume dropped from 36th to 44. 8 places. Now, that may not seem like a big deal, but I want you to look at the difference between 47th and 44th. That's 500 votes. The vote difference is now quite significant. Urumi finally got above 20% of her R18 art. Why do you know that? Why did you think I wanted to know that? Did you think I was going to go validate that? Did you think that's what I was going to do when the stream is over? Because trust me, there are a lot of things I could do when the stream is over, and that was not one that crossed my mind. Just saying. Anyway. Sagume dropped 8 placings. She's always been respectably high, all things considered, but that's quite a significant drop, and it kind of makes you wonder what's going on at this point. Boys, Hina's coming back. She's coming back. She dropped by 3 and she went up by 2. She went up by 2. Not that much higher than Sagume. Just a little bit at a time. Just a little bit at a time. Yuma. Oh. Oh no, there it is. There it is. We saw this coming. The Yuma fans, we saw this coming. She had a giant jump, and then all of the Yuma fans disappeared, as per usual. And now she's down to 42nd. What a shame. Old news. Yep. It's hard. It's a hard knock life, man. It's hard. You can't thrive up in the upper levels. You get some new toy syndrome, and then you fall off hard. It just happens. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah, she didn't drop all the way down from 53rd, but yeah, that's quite huge. Nitori, down 1 place. That's it. Not much of a shakeup, but oh well. 40th, Futo. Futo went down 3 placings after she got an actual honest-to-God appearance in Lotus Eaters. She went down 3 placings. Now, how about that? Obviously, that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, Lotus Eaters is the cause here, but I do find it funny to point that out. That is the only appearance that I can think of that Futo's gotten, and it wasn't enough. She's down 3 placings. Oh yeah, her Lotus Eaters appearance was great. I agree. I think her and Miko in Lotus Eaters were great. I'm just saying that Futo's only real appearance this year was Lotus Eaters, and it didn't do much for her. Akyuu. There it is. Boys, we saw this coming. We knew this was gonna happen. This was already gonna like set in motion. We already knew this was gonna happen. Akyuu, these votes are not legit. I mean, they are legit, but they're not legit. These are, haha, Akyuu died, let's vote for her in her memory votes. So, this placement's not gonna stick. And this is just making Akyuu seem like more popular than she is. This is 100% because of the meme that she died. And see, she's got 800 comments. So, yeah. So next year, she'll probably be right back to where she was because the joke will be over and the Akyuu fans will go back to being 86th place. 30 places, brother. She's gonna drop back to 87th. Like this is how it's gonna be. That's just how it's gonna be. 38th, Hikatia. Did not move this year. 1 vote higher than Akyuu. Wow. Okay. But she did not move. Eren jumped up to 37th. Why? Huh. 37th? Where did that come from? Oh, Help Me Eren. You really think Help Me Eren got her up that many placings? I can't believe that song bumped her that much. What else could it be? Yeah, I know it's got 10 million views. I know. It's a remake of a classic song. Yeah, it was extremely popular. Man, chat, some people are so easily influenced. Some people are so easily influenced. That's incredible. Could you imagine listening to that song and being like, damn, Eren, that's not one of my favorite characters. I couldn't imagine that. We call those children. Oh, you might be right about that, actually. That video was a blast from the past for a lot of new age Touhou fans. A lot of kids. You are right about that. You are right about that. Okay. Says the man who got overturned by Jun propaganda. Brother, Jun propaganda was like 8 to 9 parts of Hina Millionaire. This Eren propaganda was like a 3-minute music video. You telling me I'm easily influenced because a character I had a positive opinion of became a character I really like because of constant exposure to writing I enjoyed is comparable to Eren. Like, is that comparable to you? What are you, 5? Anyway, Eren is at 37th this year, and Beat Mario is likely to blame. Look at the number of comments, chat. 940 comments, and you can probably already guess what they say. 36, Parsi. Parsi continues to be in this echelon of 30. I like Alice after 30 minutes of researching her backstory and looking at her blonde hair. Bro, I liked Alice when I saw one single manga panel and I was like, oh, she's beautiful. So, get on my fucking level. I out-Aliced you. Anyway, Parsi exists. She's at 36th place, and that's what she does. She exists and she's popular enough, but, like, she's kind of an outlier when you think about appearances. Seija. Stuck at 35th. Not easily influenced, huh? You'd be easily influenced if you read that manga like I did. That guy's manga, like his Alice and Marissa manga, he draws really, really pretty Alices. Like, very, very pretty Alices. It's hard not to be influenced by that. It really isn't. Name it? I've named it many, many times. It was shit. Well, I mean, your opinion is not really known around here as being good, so I'm going to take that as a compliment. It's called Liar. I forget the name of the artist again, but it's called Liar. That's the main one. It's a good one. But all their doujins are good. All of their doujins are good, and their Alice is just very pretty. Mitsunara. Yeah. Mitsunara is their name. They're all good. Renko, 34th place. I don't even care. Miko dropped 2 places. She's down in 33rd. That's Layer. I said Liar. Once again, Miko, appearance, Lotus Eaters, placement drop. Correlations. 32, Shion York. Shion, okay. Shion was 30th place for 3 years in a row. And now she's 32nd for 2 years in a row. What is this girl doing? Rango's always been respectably high, but yes, New Hifu and Lost Word have done some for Maribel and Renko. Shion is pitiable. Utsuo Ryuji, up by 2, 31st. Nuclear Bird still got it. Kaguya is at 30th place. Wow. Kaguya is more popular than I give her credit for. Really. It really is just me. I don't think much about Kaguya, but she's clearly pretty popular. I think it might have to do with her being one of her most popular pairings being with Moko, who is a really popular character. But even then, like, we've seen what Shimmy and Seiya looks like, so hard to say for sure. Dude, the bald Kaguya memes helped. That you can't be serious. You can't be serious. The meme was huge. Are you sure? It went over other fandoms. Did it really? How? It's just her fucking head exploding and turning into like a single hair that makes her look like a baby. I don't know. Why though? Why is that a thing? You can't say I'm ignoring the 5 million view video again when Kaguya went up 4 placings versus Eren's like 16. There's a pretty distinct difference in placement going up here. Also, it's right on trend for her going up from 40 to 34th. The video has little, if anything, to do with it. Still can, but it didn't necessarily affect her as much as Eren. Then again, I've seen how it affected Eren, so there you go. 29th, Ron Yakumo. She went up by 10, down by 5. Oh, Ron. You are hard carried by the fact that you are a 9-tailed fox girl. You are hard carried. Momiji is above Ron for the first time. No, it's not the first time. But this year it is. Momiji wins by 60 votes. Good job, Momiji. All you do is exist. Suika up to 27. Okay. Okay, a little accolade back to our little Oni friend. Does this have to do with Lotus Eaters? Maybe. I couldn't tell you. But it's 3 placings at this point is actually pretty significant when you think about how many points are being distributed at this point. Junko. Still, that's not much. Junko went up by 2. Okay. 25th. Yamazanadu Eiki did not move. 24th. Yuka. 2 placings up. She's there. We're doing it. She went up 2 places. Yuka used to be top notch. She's still up there though. Top 25. Kogasi. She went down 1 place. What happened, Kogasa fans? Where did you go? You weren't here. You needed to be here today. She went down by 1. Somebody must have passed her, right? Suako Moria went down by 2. 22. 20th place. Okay. Alright, okay. 21st. Rumia. Oh, shit. Rumia is not top 20 anymore. She's dropped 2 placings this year. 2 placings last year. Rumia is in 21st. I died. The jump in comments. Yeah. 1,000, 1,1200. 758 Rumia first place votes. Kogasa got 671 first place votes. Wow. Okay, it's pretty good. 758 for Rumia. Rumia's in 5,000. Number 20, Tenshi. Tenshi dropped by 3. Okay. Dropped by 3 this year. Kokoro went up by 2. Oh. Look at that. Kokoro got some... Coco got a little bit of juice back in top 20. Mei-Ling jumped up to 18th place. Wow. Okay. She went up 5 placings. She gained 1,000 votes. When did those 1,000 votes come in? I can't believe it's the music video, because the music video came out when there was like 2 days left to vote. There was like 2 days left to vote, and they got her 1,000 fucking votes? That's ridiculous. There's just no way. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Akatsuki Records. How many views does the song have? The song's 8 days old, so it came out a week ago. It has 144,000 views in a week. So, there you go. There you go, chat. So it did come out, like, when the popularity poll voting did start. So never mind, I was wrong about that. Alright, well. There are 4,000 more voters than there was last year, so maybe 1K of them were mailing fans. Okay. 17th, Patchouli. She's gone up 1 spot again. She's on the climb, but she hates climbing. Good job. Number 16, Yukari. Forever 16, huh? That's not how the meme goes, Yukari. Number 15, Raisin. Ooh, Raisin's going down by 1. Okay, alright. Number 14, Snai. She went up by 2, and now she's back down by 2. Snai is 14th place. Number 13, Aya. Stays in 13th like last year. Look at these vote numbers, chat. Holy shit. Just like, we're jumping by thousands of placings. Look, there's a 1,000-point difference. Like, there's over a 1,000-point difference between Aya and Yukari. That's insane. We're at the top. Number 12, Alice. Alice went down 1 place. Oh, Alice, please wake up. Please. Number 11, Yiko. She went down 1 placing. Wait a minute. You know what that means, chat? Top 10. It's Cherno! Cherno top 10! Whoa! Holy shit! She did it! She did it! His ults worked! He botted the shit out of her! 1335 number 1 votes. Actually jumped her into top 10. Look at that. 8,000. That many number 1 votes. 2,081 comments. I had a feeling it was gonna be her because she was around like top 15. I mean, she was 15th, but I remember her being around top 15 last year, and I've seen all these characters I know were above her at up to 10th. But Shirno cracked top 10 this year. Number 9, Moko. Moko went down 1 placing. She got 9th this year. Number 8, Satori. Satori traded places with Moko for number 8 with like 600 more votes, but 300 or so less number 1 votes anyway. Less comments too, but it was enough. Number 7, Ramilia. Always number 7. Always. With 13,785 votes. 5 digits. For 7th place. Remy is the gatekeeper. She is the gatekeeper. She always holds number 7 with an astronomical amount of votes. And now, number 6. Sakuya stays at number 6 this year. Oh man, top 5. We got Reimu, Marissa, Yomu, Koishi, and Flandre. And that's all that's left. Here we go. Number 5. Yomu stays at number 5 this year, beating Sakuya by 8 votes. 8 votes kept Yomu in 5th. Number 4, Koishi stays at number 4 this year with 16,000 votes. Number 3, Flandre stays at number 3, 17,000 votes. Holy shit, who was number 1? Who was number 1? I'm gonna click number 1. Here we go. It was Reimu! Oh, shit! Reimu got number 1 this year! We did it! Reimu boys with 21,959 votes. Over 1,500 more votes than second place. Both of which have like 3,000 more votes than Flandre. Reimu takes number 1 with less comments than the previous 2, actually. Good lord. This is how it always should have been. Marissa, Reimu has gone up 1 place in the last 3 years. Reimu is our number 1. Our number 1. We did it, Reddit. We did it. Well, chat, there you go. This is the Touhou 2024 popularity votes. And now, all we have to do is wait for all of the illegal votes to surface. And then we'll watch characters drop. Like Cherno, when Gracie gets discovered for his poll manipulation. Cherno being 10th place is huge when you think about the difference in votes from 15th to 10th. Anyway, where did Subireko place? Who cares? It wasn't very high. We'll see. Every year there's some kind of voter fraud, but we'll see. But the top 10 remained consistent. A small swap between 8th and 9th, and obviously 10th taking over Yuyuko. Gatekeeper dropped, but Remilia, the only change past Remilia was Reimu switching with Marissa. Alright. Alright. So there were 4,400 more votes this year than last year. And we know that 1,000 of them went to mailing. So that means there are 3,300 votes that were added to the overall total based on from last year. Do you think all of them went to Cherno? I don't think new ones went to Akyuu. I think people shifted their like their number 7 votes to Akyuu for fun. Maybe all those extra votes went to Cherno. Either way, chat, there you go. Not too crazy. Obviously, we got some crazy decay on like Yuma and the Touhou 19 characters. So they've had their fun in the sun, but they're gonna keep dropping. The lower stuff is about what you'd expect. Sanyo fans got her out of being bottom 1, but they're not gonna get her out of bottom 5 anytime soon. No, they are not. There you go, chat. I hope you enjoyed the popularity poll this year. These are always fun to look at. Reimu gets number 1. That's great to see as a Reimu fan myself. She deserves it, but Marissa, you know, Marissa earned her first place last year. So, I don't think we'll see much different. Considering the vote difference between the top 3, I don't think we'll see much changing for the top 3, like, for a long time. Well, who knows? But it's nice to see that Touhou's 2 protagonists still remain as some of the most popular characters. Just goes to show how well, like, fleshed out they are as characters in their own series. Because usually main characters are boring and not as interesting compared to the side characters. But Reimu and Marissa maintain being very interesting characters despite so many other colorful, interesting characters in existence in the series. And that's a great thing. So chat, I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you next year with whoever could possibly win next year. Will Cherno be number 10 again? No. Will Reimu be number 1 again? Possibly. Will Flandre be number 3 again? Who knows? We'll just have to see what comes out related to Touhou stuff this year. And see if it has anything. If anything, I'm excited to see the drop-off that a lot of characters got. Akyuu will drop. Eren will probably drop. You know, we'll see the avalanche. We've already seen it with Touhou 19. We'll see it next year. It'll probably get worse for them. But it's always fun to see characters come crashing down. Just like Jun did. And then she came back, which means she's destined to crash again. Oh well, what can you do?